It is okay to not be okay. It is okay not to have it all figured out. And it is okay to take time to breathe. This is Sue with My Step Ahead. And in this video, I simply want to encourage you to be. It's been a heavy few weeks around the world. It's been a heavy few weeks in people's lives that I know. Every day is going to have enough trouble of its own, as the word says. And while we can read things in the Bible about how to handle things, sometimes practical application is wanting, is leaving a lot to be desired. In this video, I simply want to encourage you. I'm an ACC certified master life and mental health coach. And in the last 2 days, I have met with a number of my clients, and they have all used similar phrases. I'm holding on to the thread of his garment. I'm just holding on for hope. I'm hanging on just a little bit longer. And I appreciate their honesty. And I share that with you so you know that you're not alone, because you may very well be feeling the exact same thing. I'm not one to sit here and just read Bible verses and whitewash the wall and tell you it's all going to be okay. The reality is that right now, every day, life is hard. And sometimes there aren't the answers we want. And how you respond in those times is what shows God's glory, shows your faith, and helps you take your next step. Sometimes that next step is just sitting still and being and not doing. In some of my conversations with clients, they have struggled with feeling like they have to fix everything in the lives of their friends and their family, and then feeling helpless in their own lives because they are so overwhelmed with the need in other people's lives. And we've talked about boundaries and protecting from the inside out. And if you want to learn more about that, you'll need to stay around for a different video or message me and we'll get on a phone call and I'll explain it to you a little more. But protecting from the inside out means taking care of what you can take care of and releasing the rest to the Lord. And again, that's all things that we know, but do we know? When the rubber meets the road, what really comes out? Yes, you're going to have fear. And how do you respond to that fear? Yes, you're going to have emotions, and those are okay. What do you do with those emotions? Dealing with things and responding to the everyday stressors of life, tragic, daily, whatever, wherever they are on the spectrum, is to be expected. Jesus is not saying, don't cry. I believe there was a verse in there that says Jesus wept. He wants us to be like him, right? There's nothing wrong with feeling emotions. There's nothing wrong with being angry at God. There's nothing wrong with doubting God. And there's nothing wrong with saying, Jesus, come. How much longer are you going to wait? Bail me out of this. Those are all natural reactions. And the next step you take is the critical one. Feeling desperate for God to come back is one thing. And yes, we want that to happen. And yet, we know from the word that it's not going to happen in the time that we're going to know. It also says very clearly it's not going to happen until the gospel has been preached to all nations. And there are a number of unreached nations yet. And when we have that perspective, when we take the bigger picture of things and apply it to the now, it helps a little bit. And sometimes all you need is just a little bit. Because what I fear is that believers are caught in the emotions of everyday life, of the stress, of feeling overwhelmed, of feeling so wiped out from taking care of everybody else's needs that you can't take care of your own. And then you're caught up on that cycle and you're caught up in that rut and you can't get out, that you're stuck in that and you're missing the opportunity for God to use you. So that is why I say that how you respond to things makes all the difference in the world. Not denying the emotions. You haven't heard me say in any of my videos that I'm all about denying emotions. That is not the truth at all. It's handling the emotions and turning over the situation that's causing the emotions to God. So, for example, Say you see a need down the road and you're very empathic and you feel very bad for this person. And in your mind, you have created a story about why this person is in the situation they are in. Maybe it's someone who's homeless, walking down the street or whatever. And in your mind, you've told yourself a story, and then it becomes, oh, I feel so bad for this person. I wonder how I can help them. I wonder what happened in their life, and all this other stuff that you may never know. And you really can't do a lot about. What you can do is acknowledge that you feel for this person, you feel empathy for this person, compassion for this person, and you ask God to provide for their needs, and you trust him or her or that situation to God, and then you move on to the next one. You have dealt with the emotions, you have acknowledged the pain in the world of staring you in the face, and you have done what you can do in that situation. What I'm hearing is that a lot of people are so caught up, and this isn't just my clients, this is in conversations with friends, seeing stuff on the internet, on Facebook, and everywhere else, is that we hurt so much for other people that we end up putting ourselves behind all that. And that is not Christ-like. Christ took care of himself so that he could help others. That is a key concept and a key premise of Christian mental health. You can call it boundaries. You can call it protecting yourself from the inside out. You can call it anything else you want it to be. But it is about making sure that you are protecting and taking care of your own well-being first so that you can give to others and so that you are a vessel ready for use by the master. When you are so wiped out and so worn out from the weight of the world, from the pain of things and seeing division and anger and all these other things you see, and I'm not just talking on Facebook, I'm talking in the cubicle next to you at the office and the conversation at small group or wherever you go. It is all around. You don't have to go 8 states away on Facebook and 3 countries away to figure out that there's problems. Every day has enough trouble of its own. And the word says, don't worry about tomorrow. Worry about today. Focus on today. And what does he say as well? Is that when my anxious thoughts multiply within me, your consolations, O Lord, delight my soul. There are so many directives, soft directives in the Bible that tell us how to handle the everyday. This is your encouragement to go dig up a few, because I know I have been doing that. And as I share them with clients and conversations with friends, I find things just rolling off my tongue that I didn't expect to be saying. But I believe it's what God wants you to hear, is that he is in control and he simply wants you to turn the situation over to him. Feel the emotions, have the compassion, feel the ache, experience, yes, help those you can, and know that at the same time, while you are helping, to turn the situation over to the Lord. And sometimes when all you can do is pray for a situation, turn that over to the Lord. That's equally important. I encourage you today, think about how you are handling your emotions. Are you finding yourself kind of putting yourself on the throne, figuring that there's got to be a way that you can take care of it because you know the situation best, and you'll let God come in if you need him. If you find yourself saying yes to that or maybe to that, I strongly encourage you to just get that right with God, put him back on the throne, and take the lead from him. Because that as well is the foundation for good Christian mental health.